Hello and welcome on my cat judged road to 1000. It's time for another game. Yesterday was not so great. We lost a game that we shouldn't have lost. Our opponent was really trying to give me a gift and I refused to take it. Let's hope that I do better today. And without further ado, let's find ourselves an opponent if I get my windows right. Yes. We are white. I think we were white yesterday as well. What are the goals for today? I think maybe just not blundering. We have our 10 games streak without a queen blunder. So I think we can up that and say no blundering at all, meaning not leaving pieces hanging. Okay, interesting. Anything I need to be worried about already? I hope not. I will just continue. It's fine. All right, do we give a check? Or do we continue here for now? So where can they go? They can come here, but they can't do anything really there. So I could give a check. They will either bring out they can bring out anything literally. So either the bishop or the knight or the pawn. Is the pawn just helping them with development? I'm not sure. So I will just develop my knight here, I think. Whatever. What happens if they come here with their queen? Is that some danger? No, not right now. They can come here though. Also not worried yet. I could go here if they want to take. I take back, but that's maybe not great for my pawn structure. So I will just push my pawn. Should I push it here? If they take, I could take back. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, my heart rate is high, but I can feel it. I feel super nervous. Okay, I don't think I should take, so I will just leave that here. And then I think I will bring out my bishop here to continue development. Could also bring my bishop here. And then I could go here with my knight. But again, then I would have to take here. Is it still good? I do want to develop my bishop now. The question is just, do I put it here or here? So if I go here, I could also go here with my knight. They could attack this. But then I would take... Yeah, let's go here for now. I hope I'm not missing anything. Or is there any danger from them pushing here? No, let's go here. Okay, so they're trying this. Meaning I cannot move my knight at the moment. What if I castle? Then they could come here. Try the same thing, but right now it's still protected. I'm just gonna castle. I hope it's not a mistake. Yeah, I was expecting that. So if they come here, right now I have this knight. So I'm thinking of going here. They cannot take. If they come here, let me just clear this. If they come here, I can take here. Wait again. So this, 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 this. No, this. That's not possible anymore. So this. If they do this, I cannot take here, I guess, right? Why do I still want to do this? Is this safe? I'm losing a lot of time right now. I could also take with the pawn or push the pawn to attack this. Let's see, this, this, this. Then I have 3 pawns here, but anyways, let's do this. Wow, this was 4 minutes. So now I said I want to push this pawn because this is dangerous. God. I just want to give up already. Did I just spend 4 minutes just to blunder? I don't want to continue. Hello, this is voice over me because just playing me was too depressed to continue talking at this point. I did continue to play, I did not give up, but apparently I was right. I had blundered after thinking for such a long time, so I had good reason to be depressed. So now let's see how we continue. So obviously I knew I was losing my rook, so I was considering where to put my queen. I think I was shortly considering b3, but then I thought I should keep it maybe closer to the rook. So I think e1 was what I was mostly looking at. Yeah, I don't think I was looking at too much more at this point between those two moves. I think I was looking if any other piece could be moved to do some damage control. But in the end, I realized I just have to move my queen. There we go. So I decided on e1. They took the rook, and then I had a few options to take back. I could take with a horse, I could take with a bishop, I could take with a queen. I could also take with the knight, with the king. So I was debating which is best. I was mostly thinking about the bishop because I wanted to open the file for the queen, so I did end up deciding on that. Because I was hoping if my queen is on the same file as the king, that might be a nice thing. And then we had this exchange with the pawns. I was assuming they would take back the pawn as well. No, they couldn't. There's the queen. So they decided to also go on the same file as my king. I was expecting them to double up the rooks and trying to figure out what I could do. So I was already thinking, how much protection do I need? I saw that I had my bishop, so my bishop came in handy on f1, because I knew even if the rook came in on g8, I still have enough protection for now for the king. So I was looking at trying to find some kind of movements I could make. I was looking at the queen going up to e5. I was maybe also looking at the pawn, so the c pawn taking on d5 and then being taken back by the c6 pawn. The other pawn is pinned, but I didn't see any good things. Like I would be doubling my pawns there, so I wasn't sure that was a good thing to do. So I was going back to considering the queen move. My idea was to go first to e5, then to c7, in the hopes of maybe getting their bishop there, because it's a little bit dangerous over there for them because they haven't developed that side of the king. Yes, so that's what's happened. I still felt like, again, I had previously checked that my king should still be safe enough, so I was still looking at going to c7 with my queen, which I did. And I was still hoping to create some damage up there, maybe even get the bishop. But I was expecting them to move the bishop to some other place, like for example to d7, because it should be quite safe there. And I don't know what I had planned for that case. But instead they moved the knight to a6, which is something I hadn't foreseen. So I couldn't take anything and had to see what would be a good place for my queen now, because I had to get out of the way. I was looking at d6, because it would still kind of keep me in the threatening zone. I think I was looking at moving my pawn on c to maybe attack the knight, but now they did this pawn move, and I think I realized that this pawn should be for free. This was not protected, so I could grab the pawn and at the same time give a check. So we got one material point back. They moved the king out of the way. I had another check opportunity now, of course, so I could go with my queen to d6 and give another check. I think I was also again looking at moving my rook to support this, which I did move then. So I was curious to see what they would do. And they decided to bring down the bishop. It was attacking my pawn, and of course this pawn is pinned. So I was thinking for quite a while. I was getting really scared here because now they had 3 attackers on g2. So I wasn't quite sure what to do. I think I was considering bringing my king out of the way by going to f2. I don't think I had much else in mind. I think maybe I was still looking at, because I wasn't in check, so I think I was still opting for giving a check with the queen. I had two options to do that, d6 or e7. And as you can see, I was looking at the e7 option, because they would have to move their king to g7, and this would remove at least one attacker from g2, at least temporarily. So this looked quite attractive to me, although I didn't have any follow-up in mind, because the king would be quite safe there, technically, I guess. But it looks like I'm about to do that. Just still double checking, because again, I think it was because I wasn't sure about the follow-up. It was probably quite dangerous, right? I mean, I first had to get out of the way, but then I would have had to do something about the situation to not get the rook attacking me with the queen there. So yeah, exactly what I foresaw happened. And now let's see. Pebbles is not happy about my previous move, but I think I was kind of fine. So I moved my queen out of the danger of getting pinned by a rook and took this pawn, also hoping that I could grab the knight then. But now they took the pawn on g2, and I think I thought it was safe to take back because the queen couldn't take back. Did I see that actually? Did I do that? Like, looking at this now, I would say I should take back the bishop with my bishop, because they cannot take back, but I'm actually not sure if I did this. Yeah, I did not do this, and Pebbles is getting angrier and angrier, because yeah, that was not good. Yeah, so I guess I just wanted to run away with my king. I thought that even if they take my bishop now, I can take back with the rooks. I felt relatively safe, I think, at the moment, and felt like I couldn't lose anything, but I should have won a bishop, which I didn't do, which sucks. So now they moved the king again, which is great because it was very safe there, and they had their triple attack there. However, I still thought I still had enough ways to run away. So I used the opportunity to grab the knight. Pebbles is again not happy. Sky doesn't even want to appear, apparently. So Pebbles is taking all the anger out on me. I did not foresee this, so they came down with the queen, giving me a check. And I think I was thinking there maybe for a little bit just to see which configuration is not losing me material, or at least not losing me too much material. Because I think I was considering e2. Yep, and I did this because I thought, okay, I still kind of have everything together. I felt like they still couldn't take my bishop, they couldn't take my rook, so I was still like, okay, this looks fine. But then they attacked me with the rook, which I had not foreseen. But I don't think I had a different option. I think the king move was forced. And now I was considering going to d1 or to d3. Not much else to do for me. And I think I was still thinking for quite a while, because I didn't know which one would be better. But I think at this point I knew I was probably going to lose some material. And I was just trying to see what would be the least damage. So I was just looking at the king moves. But at some point I noticed I could maybe also move the knight. So because I thought I was going to lose material anyways at this point, so I figured if I have to, because I think I thought I was going to lose the rook, then I thought maybe I will just give my knight. So I was considering bringing my knight to e4. Obviously it can be taken by their pawn, which wouldn't have been best, at least not if I had taken back. So I was calculating for quite a while that if I go to e4 with my knight, and then they take the knight, then I would not take back, so that basically they block the file with their own pawn, and my king would be maybe a little bit safer again. So that was my hope. So I did that move, and now I was hoping that they would take with their pawn, because that I thought would have been good for me, especially if I don't take back. But they attacked me again, and I again had not foreseen this move. So now I was again in check. And I don't think I had a lot of options. So I think I had to go to d2 with my king. They gave me another check, which was annoying. So I was looking at putting my rook in between, putting my bishop in between. Apparently I was preferring to put the bishop in between because they could not take that. And when I was doing this, I saw that I had missed a great opportunity. Because I could have taken the queen. You see me checking back here, like tracing back the steps. You don't see it in my face, but I was tracking back the steps here, and I realized I could have taken the queen, and I didn't. So yeah, that was just, again, like, it just keeps, like, the disappointments just keep adding up, because I I just mess up. So this was not looking good. So now they had taken my knight again as well. I was just going into desperate mode, grabbing a pawn there with my queen, trying then to go over to maybe f7 to take that pawn and threaten their rook. But now they were attacking my bishop. I couldn't take, obviously, because it was pinned. So I think I was probably just still considering going with my queen and taking the pawn. I don't know. I don't remember my thoughts specifically here. Because everything was just bad, so I knew I was going to lose more stuff down there. Yeah, so I grabbed the pawn. Now we have a disappointed sky here. But really I didn't know what else to do. Like, I couldn't really touch anything, I think, in that little triangle down there, because I would just have lost another piece. So I thought I was kind of holding it together there, but I was also quite aware that I probably don't have any decent threat. So they took my bishop. I again had two options. I think I could go with my king to d3, or I could take the rook with my rook. I think I was going to decide on taking the rook, but I'm not quite sure. Yeah, so taking the rook. And now they gave me another check by taking back the rook. And now I think I had to go to c3. Yes. And now I was hoping that they would have to do something that lets me take their bishop. I also had some dreams of getting some pawns up there, because obviously I had I had one passed pawn on the left there, and another one that looked quite nice, because their c and d pawns weren't like super safe. They were quite easy for me to grab with my queen. So I did want to keep my queen on the board. And I wanted to see if I can maybe get some pawn through and get their bishop. So they attacked me once more, so I went into the safe zone, I guess. So I went to c4, to b4, I think, where they couldn't directly check me again, and was still hoping that I could get their bishop at least and take it from there. I was expecting them to take my pawn, to be honest. I was expecting them to take on d4. And why not? Like, they could have taken d4, and then they could have taken my b pawn if I didn't move it. I probably would have moved it because I was still hoping to promote something or push them through. They came up, and now I thought it's a good time to take the bishop. And then they did this, which again I had not seen. I actually didn't notice that I was in check, as you can see, because I wanted to hide behind the king, which also isn't a great idea, I guess. So yeah, I was just in big trouble. I didn't want to give up my queen. I mean, I could have taken on f8, but I would have had no chance then. Obviously, I thought while I still have my queen around, maybe there's still some chance. But without it, there isn't. I still hadn't seen that I cannot go there. Like, my board vision, like, look at this. Like, how long does it take me to see that I'm in check? I really just saw that that they were threatening my queen. So I was feeling quite helpless here, and I gave up. So it's time for the analysis. Obviously, I'm again very depressed. Things are just getting worse and worse. Like, each game is just worse than the other. And like, this game, I don't even know what to say about this. But let's have a look, I guess. First of all, we managed to get back into negative rating development, so our rating is lower than when I started this journey 90 days ago or something. I guess this is why I don't believe you when you tell me I will reach the 1000. I don't see how. Time usage was very, very bad today, like thinking for way too long and then making very bad decisions. Despite of that, we did not blunder our queen, I think. Well, I kind of did in the end, didn't I? Maybe I need to revoke my counter, because in the very, very end when I gave up, I think I blundered my queen basically. But we will see. So let's have a detailed look at the game. We played with 75% accuracy. I don't see that opponent the same. Actually, they were worse, potentially. I mean, yeah, I guess they didn't play great, but don't see that. The statistics here actually don't look too bad. I had one miss. I can guess where that was. I guess this was directly connected to the blunder of my opponent. And then I blundered once. No mistakes, which sounds weird, but again, I don't think I believe those statistics. And this looks even worse. Like, they're telling me my opening was great and my endgame was great. Like, how? How? No. So we started out okay-ish. Let's see. Yeah, this is where things got slowly interesting with their knight there, and then they wanted me to bring out the queen instead of the bishop. And then the queen came in and I started panicking. I think even though this was not a good move by them, I castled, which was also not good in this situation, but I don't know if this really made the difference. Then they came in here, which I expected. And then, yeah, I decided to bring my knight over there. They wanted me to push the pawn. Yeah, but I was worried about them coming in here. Like, didn't I see some proper threat? I mean, here, this knight was still protecting. Should I just have ignored this whole corner at this point? Because there wasn't real backup that they could bring in for now, I guess. But yeah, So I decided on this. They did this. And then, yeah, then I was calculating for a very long time here whether I can take this knight, and I think I ended up with no, I cannot. I think I calculated for ages here. Okay. And then I blundered, so apparently I was supposed to take this. So I spent 5 minutes to make a blunder. Great calculation skills. So this, let's try this, then this is what I expected. And then I thought I could not take this because they can take. And then pebbles, no, not the keyboard. And then they wanted me to go back. I don't know what I calculated. Maybe I forgot that their knight would be gone, and I calculated with the knight still being here. I don't know, but obviously I was seeing some ghosts. And then, as per my rule, I make a bad decision. And they made a great move. I didn't even see that again. Like, I didn't even see that they have this fork. I forgot about this already again. So yeah. I didn't just lose a pawn, I also lost another piece. So 2 things at once. I wanted to give up here, and I think I stopped talking at this point. They wanted me to go here. I don't know why though. Why would they not take my rook? Take this. Here. Wait, I don't get it. I don't get the sequence at all. So this. Why do they not take? So yes, I take back. I don't think I would have taken back with the rook. That was not even in my line of sight. I probably would have taken back either with the knight, the bishop, or the king. And then they could still have taken this knight. Yeah, I don't understand the sequence at all. But yeah, I went with the queen there, and then decided to take with the bishop. Who knows why? But apparently this was the best move in this situation. I guess because I wanted to... Did I want to protect this here still? I don't know. They took the knight, of course. And then I was supposed to push and not take this. I don't know why. They would just have kept pushing the black pawn otherwise, right? If I had pushed here... Why would they go back? I don't know if I have a brain today. I don't understand any of this. So let's just continue. This was not good. They still wanted me to push this pawn for some reason. I don't know why this is a magic pawn. They doubled up. I thought I was still safe because I had the bishop here. So I had 2 protectors. So I went there to see if I could threaten the bishop. They of course found a great move. And then I went there. They wanted me to go back here. They pushed their pawn. I took this. Yeah, because it was for free and it was a check. They moved out of the way. I doubled up, which was not correct. They wanted me to take this pawn. I had my eyes on this for quite a while, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess this would have been good now, right? Like this, and then I could take again. So yeah, I guess that would have been nice. But I didn't see that. Then this was a mistake. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is a consistent theme. Whenever I think, oh my god, like they're really getting me now, it's a mistake by them. Like, I thought game over, because now they again had like 3 attackers on this. Yeah, I don't know. And I again made a bad move, but I mean, to be honest, I thought I was losing completely anyway, so I was just trying to create some threats and see if anything sticks. They still wanted me to take this pawn, which still makes sense, but I didn't see that. I was kind of too focused on trying to... Because I think I just thought I need to check as often as possible, because otherwise they will just kind of come here. I thought they maybe had a mate here with the 3 attackers. So I didn't consider anything that wasn't a check. So this I thought was good for me, because now I thought the mate threat was gone until the king moves out of the way again. So this is why I thought, hey, I can maybe grab some stuff over here. So I did this, but they wanted me instead to do this. So attack the queen. But yeah, but then she would just have taken my pawn. And I don't know if I... Let's see what they wanted me to do here. So if I had done this, why would they not take? It's the best move. Like, sometimes I don't understand these blue lines. Or maybe there are 2 best moves. So this maybe is also a best... No, this is the worst move. Eh? I don't get it. So no, I don't understand why they were suggesting that. So this is what happened. Then they did this. I'm pretty sure I must have done something stupid now, right? Yeah, I did something stupid. I did so many bad things in this game, I think. So I should have taken here, because they could not have taken back right now. They still first needed to get their king out of the way. Let's see what would have happened then. If they had done this, then again I have 2 attackers on this, but okay, I could have protected with the rook. I don't know if I would have seen that, to be honest. I hope so, but I'm honestly not sure if I would have seen this defense. But let's continue. So I did this instead. They moved the king out of the way, which of course was good, so they could continue their threat. Sky. And then they wanted me to bring up the rook. How would that have helped? They would still have threatened here. I guess I could have... I could have taken back with the knight and attack. Okay. So I moved my king, which was still the best move. But then this rook came in, so I had to move again. They wanted me to go there with the king. But yeah, I just saw that I would be losing my rook, and I thought, with my move, I'm just losing a knight. I was expecting them to take here, and then I would just have left it here, I guess. Or would have pushed my pawn so they cannot continue the threat here, but they didn't. I did not see that move, actually. So that was not great for me. Oh, this would have been even better to take. I thought this would have been better for me if they had taken there. Crazy. So had a forced move. And then they blundered their queen. And of course I didn't see that. I saw it, I think, right after I made my move. This is just crazy. Like, I would have won if I had done this. Probably. I'm so good at not making use of my chances. So instead I defended with the bishop, which of course was a missed opportunity. Then they came in here. Did I take some pawn, I guess, because I didn't know what to do. Then I did this. I did this, and I think I gave up right now, right? No, I didn't give up yet. I first need to kind of blunder my queen, I guess. So tried to get out of the way. Then they made another mistake. Should I have taken the queen here? No, what did they want me to do? They wanted me to just go one step down, because then they would have needed to do this. And then what? They wanted me to go here. Come here. And they wanted me to exchange queens? But they were still winning. Like, how is this helping? Okay, not helping at all. So I took. And then, I mean, basically, isn't this a queen blunder? Yeah, let me know in the comments. I'm not sure about this one. But this was a wait, this was a mistake by them. So how was this increasing my chances? Did they want me to take here or what? Maybe I would I have been able to push a pawn through, or what's the idea? Because no, I didn't have a chance. So yeah, I don't know. Let me know if this was a queen blunder or not. Because I'm not quite sure. It's not said here, but still the same. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm very, very sad about this game. I'm very, very sad about the development, like the rating development, showing no progress at all for 3 months at this rating level. That's just not okay with me. So we will have to see if we can turn it around. So thanks again for watching. Leave a like and subscribe, and see you next time.